guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen and I am Dollaraholic Mama, and surprisingly I do have a Dollar Tree haul for you. Now before I get into the haul, I do want to just talk about a couple points that I know will probably be brought up in the comments, so I figured that I would address them head on. First of all, the only reason that I went out to a Dollar Tree is because that is a store where I pick up a lot of my essentials when it comes to paper products, cleaning products, and pantry items. So that is the reason for me being in the store. I did follow all the guidelines that the province of Ontario has set out when it comes to social distancing and keeping not only myself but my family and everyone else around me safe. I did wash my hands before entering the store and upon leaving the store as well. So I am being as careful as I possibly can be. Now, I know that a lot of haulers have also received negative feedback because they are picking up things that are considered non-essential when they are out, and I'm not really sure as to why that is. Yes, you are only supposed to go out for the essentials, but if you are someone like me, this is my first time out in 2 weeks as far as going to a store or going somewhere where there are people present. We go for walks around the neighborhood, we play in the backyard, but this was my first time going out in about 2 weeks, and the reason I need to do that is because I need to stock up on things before my kiddos come back for their week at my house. Currently they are at their dad's. So when they come back for me, I've made sure that I've stocked up for the 2 weeks. So they're with me for a week, then I'm by myself for a week, and then I will stock up pretty much the day before they come back. And just so I have everything on hand, and that way I don't need to try to venture out to a store when I have all my kids with me, because I'm trying to avoid taking them out and exposing them as much as possible. Also, when I go to a store, I am incredibly efficient. I'm not saying that other people aren't doing that, but when I go to a store, I am up and down the aisles relatively quickly. The Dollar Tree that I happened to go to had, I think, 2 other people in the store and then 2 employees. So the store was practically dead. I was able to get in and out and pick up some non-essentials along the way relatively quickly. So don't think that I was out just slowly perusing and taking my time looking at things. I really wasn't, because I did frequent Dollar Tree so much before social isolation was put into place. I know the items that are new and they tend to pop out at me. So I'm able to see new things quickly and decide relatively fast if it's something that I want to pick up or something that originally I would have taken a picture to share with you guys on my Instagram, but I was only touching things that I was actually going to be purchasing. So I think that's enough about that. I'm hoping that I've addressed everyone's concerns or curiosity when it comes to why I was able to get a little haul together. But I thought that it would be nice to share something with you that isn't, the news about COVID and what's going on with that, because I know you can get sucked into this downward spiral, and there's just so much negativity and that being put out in the media, on YouTube, on Facebook groups. Everyone just seems to be going after each other for ridiculous things, and I just thought that this would be a nice way to kind of just take a little break from that, sit down and kind of watch something that will hopefully bring a little joy, a little smile to your face. Like I said, these items will probably still be at the stores once social isolation is lifted, so if you're not venturing out to any Dollar Trees right now, that is perfectly fine. That is your choice to make, but I'm sure these items are still going to be around when you finally do get back out there. So feel free to jot them down on your wish list and share with me what it is that you'll be looking for. So I'm going to start with the one food item that is new that I've never shared with you before. I know I went out for essentials, but I'm not going to be sharing those with you simply because they are all things that I've shared with you in previous videos. I get a lot of repeat purchases from there, and I don't want to focus my haul on that. We all know what we're going out for, what we need as far as essentials goes. So I just did want to share one pantry item with you that I had not seen there before. So these are by Dare. They are crunchy cookies, and they come in little individual packets of 2, and you get 12 cookies, so there's 6 packages in there. They are peanut free, so they would be good to send to school if we were in session right now, which unfortunately we are not. But I thought that these would still be nice to have on hand for my kiddos to have with their lunches or a little snack at home. So these are Apple Cinnamon Crunch. And then the other ones I picked up are Maple Crunch. They kind of reminds me of like a dad's oatmeal cookie, so I thought that they would be really good, especially dipped in like tea or coffee in the morning. Then I did actually pick up quite a few beauty items. So if you've been watching my videos before, you know that I haul the LA Colors Color Craze nail polish, and I found a bunch of new colors this time. So my daughters love for me to do their nails, and we do them quite a bit while they are with me. We normally will do like a different color every few days or so. So we definitely do go through nail polish, and it's not like these dry out or anything like that. They're used to them, and for $1.25 it is such a good deal. So I did get this teal, and it's actually called Green Glow. And then I got another purple for my daughter, and this one is called Spirit, which I thought was such a nice name and such a pretty color. Then I got almost like a evergreen, and it's called Fresh. Then I got this gorgeous happy yellow, and it's called Tart, I guess after like a lemon tart. Then I got a really pretty magenta, which is called Punchy. And then the last one I got is more for me than my girls because they like the brighter colors. This is called Warrior, and it's a brown, but it's almost got like a purple hue to it as well. It's a really nice color, so I'm excited to see what that one dries up to look like. Then I did pick up another product by LA Colors, and this is a smoothing face primer in green, and they had them in clear yellow, cool pink, peach, and green, and each of the primer does something different. The green apparently neutralizes redness, which being pale, I typically do get a little red in the cheeks and along my nose and that, so I thought that this would be nice to try under my foundation and see if it does anything for me. I thought that it would be nice to try, and for only $1.25, even though I don't wear makeup too often, it would be nice to have on hand. Then I did find yet another face mask, but this is actually a brand name one. So this is by Burt's Bees, and it's a detoxifying charcoal sheet mask with honey, and it's 99% natural, which I think is absolutely amazing. Super excited to come across this, as typically our Dollar Trees here in Canada do not get the brand name face masks. Then I also found 2 face masks for my eldest daughter. I thought that this would be so fun for us to do together one of these nights, have like a little spa night, do our nails, wear face masks, and I thought she would have a lot of fun with that. So they are printed masks, so I'm assuming that whatever image is on here is what is going to be on the mask itself. So there's this cute little cupcake. As far as ingredients go for these, it's basically water and glycerin, so there's not too much in it. It does say that it can sit on your face for any amount of time, so you know it's not going to be very harmful. I'll probably let it sit on her face no different than I would let a mask sit on mine, you know, your 10 to 20 minutes depending on the type of mask. These are actually by Yo-Yo Nails, so they are the ones who put out the different nails and like the bath bombs and stuff like that as well. And I've been liking their products so far. I love how they're designed with little girls in mind. They're these fun patterns. The packaging is like the rainbow, fun colors. My girls absolutely love their stuff. So this one is a poop emoji. I thought my daughter would get a real kick out of that. So excited to try those with her. And then by Yo-Yo Nails again, I did pick up another bath bomb. My girls absolutely love these. They're designed with little girls in mind. They have fun shapes, fun colors, and like child-friendly scents. So this one is Cotton Candy. Now, these are very similar to the bath bombs they put out previously, although they don't have a surprise in it. The bath bombs before had like a little toy. It wasn't anything special. I mean, Mine, we just tossed it once it came out of the bath bomb. It wasn't anything worth keeping. So I actually like that they removed it, and you're actually getting a little bit more bath bomb that way. But they did change the packaging as well. It's now this hot pink, and they call them bomb fizzers. But as far as the actual bath bomb goes, they look pretty much the same. They had the same like options as far as like a donut, a unicorn, a diamond, and then the cupcake. So if you really like those, they're still there, just a different package. Then I did actually find the Sassy and Chic nail polish remover in the spill proof pump. I didn't think that this would come to Canada, so I'm super excited that it did. So this is the kind with the flip top, and you put your cotton pad or cotton round, cotton ball on there. You depress it a couple times and it saturates the round or the ball for you, rather than having to dump it and end up spilling and wasting a lot of your nail polish. And this is really nice because you can actually just screw it off and refill it with your normal polish that you use in the bottle, but this way it's just a little bit more convenient and easy to use for you. And then I did pick up 2 microfiber hair wraps by April Bath and Showers. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I did pick up one from Dollarama a while back that was actually infused with argan oil, but I actually didn't notice too much of a difference in comparison to your standard hair wraps. So I thought that I would get one for me and one for my eldest daughter. And that way we each have our own, and saving quite a bit because these are only $1.25, whereas the one I hauled from Dollarama was $4. So I did get this one in the hot pink for my daughter, and then I did get this one in the teal for me. The reason that I had to replace the other one is because the elastic that you wrap around the button did snap. They don't last forever, and I am not a very sewing adept person, I guess. I know you could probably just attach your own little elastic or your own little rope or whatever onto it, but I thought for $1.25 I would just pick us each up a new one. My youngest daughter has a pixie cut, so she didn't need one. Then I did get one more beauty item, I guess, and these are the Johnson's Extra Sensitive Baby Wipes. So I have actually never seen Johnson's at my Dollar Tree before, so I was super excited to come across these. And these are amazing because they are made with their standard no tears formula, which they use in like their shampoo and body wash. And these are actually safe to use on faces. So a lot of the baby wipes aren't really designed to be on faces, and they could be a little harsh. So I thought that these would be fantastic. As I've mentioned before, I don't have anyone in diapers. I do not wipe anyone's bottom anymore, thankfully. But I love having these on hand for cleaning hands and cleaning faces after like a messy meal or after, you know, crafting or something like that, especially with my youngest one who isn't the best at washing her hands yet. These really do come in handy. And also for faces, because I have 4 kids, it's hard to keep 4 washcloths sitting around because they would each need their own to keep, you know, their own germs and bacteria away from one another. So these are super duper convenient to have on hand instead. You do get 56 wipes in here, which is a decent amount, and they are good all the way until May of 2021. So if you didn't know that, baby wipes do expire. They more so just dry up over time, not necessarily like go bad per se, but you keep that in mind when you are picking them up. And then I did get 2 hair bands as well, or headbands as they call them, but I just thought they were so adorable. These were actually hanging up by the cash and they caught my attention. They have giant poofy pom-poms on there, and they are 2 different colors. So on the front you get pink, and on the back you get teal, which I thought was super cute because you could flip it around to match what you're wearing or your mood. And then this one has yellow on the front and purple on the back. So that one, of course, is for my younger daughter. Obsessed with purple, I kid you not. Then I did pick up a little treat for them as well, and that is the Toy Story 4 blind bags. Typically, blind bags like this don't come to our Canadian Dollar Trees. These go to Dollarama, and then they charge anywhere from $2 to $4 for them. So to be able to get them at Dollar Tree for $1.25 is such a fabulous deal. I've seen these at both Walmart and Toys R Us ranging from $5 to $7. So such a great savings, especially for something like this. Like, I don't know, personally, I would never pay $5 to $7 for something like this. So $1.25 is definitely good in my books. I actually got these to go into their Easter baskets as well. And then I got a couple extra just to have on hand. Blind bags are great to pull out, you know, as a little treat, as a little reward, as part of a gift, to go on top of a gift, stocking stuffers, anything, you name it. And you can keep these, just store them in like a tote in your closet and pull them out as needed. At least that's what I do. I did want to note, and it was Jennifer Moen who I watched share this little tidbit, and it is that the letter here at the end of the code changes, and that's how you know you're getting a different character in each. I'm not sure which character is each letter, but to make sure you're not getting any repeats, the letter does change. So do keep that in mind when you're looking at them. And then I did get quite a few stationery items. So I did find this super adorable coffee magnetic notepad. It is on the smaller side. It is only 3 by 5 inches, but you still get the 60 sheets and you do get the magnet on the back. And I just thought it was adorable because it says coffee loves you. And right now, coffee is life to me. It is the way I keep sane, especially when my kiddos are running amok. So I thought this was really funny, and this would be good to have on fridge just to write down, you know, a little note, a little message or whatnot, or a very quick shopping trip you could fit on there. Otherwise, it's not as long as like your traditional shopping list, so there aren't as many lines. So just do keep that in mind. There were lots of designs to choose from as well. Then I picked up this package of mechanical pencils by Inkworks, and this is based off the Batman vs. Superman movie. And the reason I got these is, 1, my younger son is obsessed with Batman, and 2, they are actually colored. So you do get the little characters on the sides of the pencils, but then each of these is a different color. So you get a black, a green, a blue, a purple, and a red. And those are actually the colors of the leads, which I thought was super exciting because typically you just get normal pencil lead in these. The only thing that I was thinking about is that you can't get replacements for these, at least not at the Dollar Tree. Maybe you can get them at Walmart or Staples, or maybe you can just put plain lead in afterwards. Hadn't really thought that far ahead. I just thought that these were cute and that I would put them away for him for school for next year. Then I actually managed to find a couple more Dr. Seuss items. I didn't think that we were going to get any more because they kind of did like 2 different rollouts at my store, and I thought that was going to be it. But I was super excited when I walked by these. So they did have the window clings, which, as I've mentioned before, I don't use these on windows. I use them on bathroom mirrors. You do get 4 separate squares. The one says, read every day, try new things, be kind, and be a star. And I just love the vibrant colors. That is what Dr. Seuss is all about. Absolutely love it. I'm not sure if I'll save this for a classroom use or if I'm just going to put it on my kiddo's bathroom mirror. And then they also had the large room decor is what they call it. You get 18 pieces in here, so 6 of 3 different designs. And they're like the fill-in cards. So you would fill in a student's name on each of these. The one says, the cat says blank can imagine that. It is fun when blank tries new things. And Horton knows being a friend starts with me. So they're kind of like little reward cards you could give out. You could use them to decorate a door or a bulletin board. So I did pick up 2 of these so that I would have enough for an entire classroom set. Then thought this was really neat. These are the Story Dice by Crayola, and it's their Creative Classroom line. You get 6 die-cut dice, 4 mini sticker sheets, and 6 creative writing sheets. So these ones are ones that you can actually color in your own dice, which is a lot of fun. You don't need to color them in per se. They can still be used without you coloring them in, but I thought that it would be fun for my kiddos to do that as well. This is great to use at home, and it is also great to use in the classroom. And what it is basically a story starter. So if kids are having difficulty coming up with an idea as far as it goes with journaling or creative writing, you can let them roll either 1, 2, or 3, or however many dice you want, and then whatever character or image they roll, they come up with a story based off of those images. This is neat because it does include the little writing sheets as well. So after you roll, you can circle what you rolled so you have a reminder, and then you just write based off those images that you rolled. Just a lot of fun, keeps the writing interesting, keeps the writing fresh as well, especially if you have kids or students who keep writing about the same thing over and over again. This is a nice way to mix it up. Then I did come across 2 books, thankfully. I love Dollar Tree and Dollarama for books. I've mentioned it before. They are the best place to get books, hands down. So I did get one for me, which is called After the Woods by Kim Savage. I'm reading quite a bit since we are stuck at home, so I am going through the collection of books quite quickly. So I was happy to come across another book to add to my list. This one was regularly $15.99 in Canada, so it's your full trade size paperback, so that is such a fantastic deal. This is like a murder mystery, so it's right up my alley. Love books like that. And then this one is actually for my eldest son, and it's called Song of the Deep. And I thought it sounded really interesting, and I love the artwork on the front and the fact that it's a hardcover. This book regularly retailed for $14.95 in Canada, and it does have a couple illustrations in there as well. I love the size of the text and the type of text that are in these books. It is perfect for my son, who is 8 years old. As I've mentioned in previous hauls, he's an avid reader and he absolutely devours books, so it is always fantastic to pick them up for only $1.25. And then to go along with those books, I also picked up a bookend. So because I've been reading the books and taking them off my shelf, they have started falling over now, so I just thought this would be convenient to have so I can tuck them on up and keep them straight so I can see how many books I have left to read. This is just cute. It says read, and I love the bright orange. They also had them in different colors, and I think they had another option that said inspire as well, but I just picked up the one. And then I did pick up 2 little decor pieces, and when I say little, I do mean little, because they are only about 4 inches by 4 inches, so they are not very large, so do keep that in mind when you're picking them up, because like going on a wall, because these are meant to be hung, they will not take up a lot of room. So if you're finding like a smaller space to fill, or if you're adding it into something that you already have set up, that would work. Or you could also take the ribbon off and either set it on a shelf and use one of the little easels, or make your own little kickstand for it and use it that way. But just do keep in mind they are rather tiny. This one, I love the bike in it with the baskets of flowers. Enjoy the ride. And my favorite part is that it looks like they are Scrabble tiles, which is so stinking cute. And then I had to get this one. It says it's the little things in life, but it does have the cacti on it, and for those of you who have been following me for a while, you know that I do have a cacti theme to my shelfscape when it isn't designed for a specific holiday. And then the almost last item I picked up is this keychain light. So it just comes on a little carabiner, which you can attach to a backpack or your keys or your tote bag, whatever you want. But I thought that this would be nice to have on hand, especially going out later at night, if you take the dog for a walk or something like that, just so you have a little bit of light. If you're going to your car, this would help, so you could, shine it on the lock so you're able to get the key in. I know for women it's recommended we check the back seat before we get into a vehicle, especially late at night or in like an empty parking lot, so it's always good to be able to have a little light on hand that you could shine back there. It says it's 40 lumens, which is fairly bright, and it does come with the batteries included, which is a fantastic deal as well. I will let you know in a future video my thoughts on it and give you a little mini review on that. And then the last item that I picked up are actually these splash rings to use in the pool. Now, I do not have a pool, and even if I did, I don't believe it would be warm enough right now to warrant going in one, but I picked these up to actually use inside. So these are your traditional like inflatable rings. They are 26.5 inches in diameter, so they are a good size, but I actually picked these up for each of my kiddos to use inside to kind of have their own special spot. So when my kiddos are reading or when we curl up to watch a movie as a family, they all like to have their own little area where they sit with a stuffy, with a blanket, with a pillow. And I thought that these would be absolutely perfect for that. So you could blow one of these up, you lay your blanket across it, you prop a little pillow there, or just even use the side of the ring, and you've got a nice cozy spot to curl up and either relax with a book or relax and watch a show. I just thought that this would be a lot of fun and kind of switch up the whole, seating arrangement we have going on. They each have their own spot on the couch right now, and if one sits in another spot, that causes a whole crazy thing. So I thought that this would be nice that they each have their own special seat. So I did get this tire looking one for my younger son. I got an emoji one for my eldest son. I got this one, which is my favorite. It is a donut with sprinkles, but then it has a bite taken out of the side of it, so I'm interested to see what that's gonna look like blown up, but I thought that was super cute, so that's probably going to my eldest daughter. And then I did get this rainbow one for my youngest daughter. She absolutely loves rainbows and rainbow colors. So I was super excited to come across these. Like I said, I love things that aren't necessarily meant to use things for what they aren't necessarily meant for. It's always fun to find like dual or multiple purposes for items to get your best bang for the buck, or $1.25 in this case. So like I said, guys, I know that a lot of people are probably hesitant to go out and visit their local Dollar Tree, and I respect everyone's decision. We each have our own opinions of things, our own thoughts on things, and we just need to respect one another and support one another through this time. Like I said, I went out for essentials. I only go out once every 2 weeks. So when I do go out, I do spend a little bit of time out just so I can get that, bring my anxiety level down, get out and, feel like we're back in the real world a little bit, because right now things can get a little crazy. You can get caught up in being alone or at home or stuck at home for so long. So this was just a nice way to get out. As I mentioned, I wasn't actually in the store very long. I'm very efficient when it comes to this kind of thing. So I do hope you enjoyed my haul. I will be posting another video too with quarantine tips, things to do with your kiddos, how to keep sane, how I am working on continuing their education with them, because I know a lot of people have been asking me questions about that. So definitely do stay tuned. I do also have the tiniest, bittiest little Dollarama haul that I will probably throw in with a little review video as well. So stay tuned. My videos are probably going to be a little bit more spaced out than they typically are, just because with the kiddos and trying to balance this new version of life that we have, it can be a lot at times. So definitely do bear with me. I haven't gone anywhere, and I'm hoping to still grow my channel and grow my YouTube family. So any support you guys can offer me, that would be absolutely amazing. If you could share my channel with friends and family and hopefully bring a little sunshine, a little brightness to someone else's day. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope every one of you is staying safe.